Hello everyone and welcome back to the Doctor's Garage here on YouTube. Now in this video today I'm going to be talking about my Land Rover Discovery 5. As you can probably tell, I'm not sat in that at the moment. I'm actually in my Defender 90, which is probably the most reliable vehicle that I own currently. But anyway, my Discovery 5 has recently had some more troubles. It's in the workshop at Land Rover at the moment, and in this video I'm going to talk a little bit about what's happened and what I'm hoping will happen going forward. Also, I want to start this video off as well by saying this video is by no means slating Land Rover. They've actually been very good for me in the recent repairs that I've had, like my windscreen repair and some others. So it's nothing against that. It's more just sharing my ownership journey of having a Land Rover, in particular Discovery 5, and just some of the things that I've run into during ownership, which might be useful for some of you guys watching, and also maybe you might be useful for me if you've had the same problem. I'd be really interested to hear from you in the comments below. In this video, I'm also going to be talking about that question that people keep asking me on social media, which is, have you decided what you're doing with your Discovery 5 yet? Are you getting rid of it or not? I'm on that fence at the moment, deciding. I have a couple of options, well, one particular option actually, which I'll talk about towards the end of this video. So make sure you stay tuned for the whole thing. I'll be talking all about my future plans with the car. So what's happened very recently? Well, it was probably about 3 weeks ago. Came out to start the car and it just wouldn't start. And what happened is, normally when you get in the car, you press the start button, the ignition comes on, all the lights turn on, error messages, if there are any, turn up, which there wasn't any at this particular time. You put your foot on the brake and then press the start button and the engine fires up and goes. Now what happened is, when I put my foot on the brake and pressed the button, nothing happened, and in fact everything just switched off, so it just wouldn't start. And it kept doing that again and again, and then probably got out of the car, locked it, got back in again, opened it, whatever, started it, and then it fired up and was fine. That was about 3 weeks ago. Didn't really think a lot of it, which is maybe bad that I didn't think a lot of it, but I didn't. I thought it's just some electrical thing, I'm sure it'll be fine. Anyway, a few days later, same thing happened, and this time it wouldn't start again, just wouldn't turn over at all, just kept turning on and off, and that was about 20 minutes or so. So I called Land Rover, spoke to the service department and said, look, this is the problem I'm having. What do you reckon? What should I try and do, or what could it be? And interestingly, they said, it could be the starter motor, and this was one of their technicians. He said it could be a starter motor, so why don't you try giving the car a push from behind, like shunting it, and then seeing if that works. And the idea is, I guess, is on the starter motor, the little cogwheel, I don't understand this completely, but when it aligns to the flywheel and the rest of the gearing, it basically maybe just isn't sitting quite right, it needs to just move the car a bit forward and it'll click into gear. Anyway, I did that and the car actually started. So I was thinking, right, this is definitely a starter motor problem then. And I am at that point, got it running again and thought, well, this is a solution if it happens again, but I'm going to get it booked in, get it looked at. I've got the extended warranty with my Discovery 5, so thought, it'll be taken care of if it is a problem like that. It's done 53,000 miles now, so it's still not that old mileage wise. And so if it is an engine problem like that, it's going to be warrantable, it's going to be covered, right? Anyway, a few days go on, probably like a week later, it did it a couple more times. I just gave it a push, gave it a shunt, sometimes from the front, the back, whatever. It started up, it worked every time doing that strategy. But then there was a time I was out with a family about 5 weeks ago, so 2 children, wife, in the car. We pulled over on the side of the road to do something when we were out and about, and then it just wouldn't start. And it wouldn't start at all. You just couldn't get it going again. I was pushing it from the front, from the back, kind of sat in the car shaking it. It just, nothing would work. It just wouldn't start. And that was about 40 minutes, still nothing. And I thought, I'm going to have to call someone now. And I don't pay for the Land Rover Assist, so you don't get the Land Rover cover guys to come with the button, come and get you or whatever. But I do have breakdown cover with the AA. So anyway, called the AA and said, look, this is the problem we're having. We're going to need to be, recovered basically to a garage, I guess, to get it sorted. And they said it was going to be a 2-hour wait, which is not ideal when you sat on the side of the road on like a really hot day. But anyway, that was the plan. So was waiting for them, and in the meanwhile was thinking, I was like pushing it, shunting it, and I got everyone in the car to give it a massive big shake. And when I did that, it started. And that was probably an hour and a half into it not starting at all. It started and was running, and then I was like, I'm not going to turn this car off now because I'm so worried that if I do, it's never going to work again. So called Land Rover, this was a Saturday morning, and said, I'm bringing this car down to you. My local dealer have been really good actually with everything I've sort of taken to them. I'm bringing this down to you. I need to get it looked at. I don't dare turn it off in case, it doesn't come back on again. So took it down to them and left it there, which felt better because then obviously I don't have the issue issue of being broken down the side of the road. Now, a few days have passed now, and Land Rover have got around to looking at it, and they can't seem to find the fault on it. So they can't get it to fault with them, or at least last time I spoke to them before the weekend, they couldn't get it to fault, which is kind of the way with these things sometimes if it's not a problem. And I would always say, which I should have taken my own advice in this circumstance, take a video of the fault happening, so film it on your phone so you can then show somebody what the problem is, because if it doesn't turn up, it doesn't replicate in the dealership, then you haven't really got anything, you can't do much about it. So I'm hoping that it has faulted with them before Monday, tomorrow, so at least there's going to be some progress in regards to seeing what this problem is and kind of getting further along the journey. So that's where I am at the moment. So Discovery 5 is back in the workshop, it's back in the garage. Have you had this problem with your Land Rover, or any car actually? If you have, I'd be really interested to know what the problem was, what the solution was, how much it cost you, if it was a cost thing, in the comments below. Now, moving on to something that people ask me a lot, which is, what are you doing in Discovery 5? Because I did say, look, I'm going to think of getting rid of it soon. It's probably getting to the time when I will look to change my car, but it's what do you go for in the current market with everything hyperinflated? I'm not that keen on buying a brand new car, to be honest. First, you've got the wait list to deal with, and also I think when it finally arrives, I feel we're going to be at that point where prices might drop finally, and so you could end up with a car that loses value like it traditionally did when you drove it out the dealerships. I'm not too keen on doing that. Now, a car I have looked at quite a lot, and very interested to hear if you've got this experience at all, is a Defender 110, but not the new one, the old one, so like a 2015 and 2016 plate Defender 110. I just don't know if it's too much to go for, considering I've got a TD5 90, having a 110 as well. And that's a big question. Is that something I can live with? Am I going to hate that? Obviously, it's a summer now. These cars are great. In the winter, they're not so great. I've never driven a Puma, never driven the older Defenders, but I've heard they're a lot better, a lot more comfortable to live with, especially if you get like an XS spec station wagon. I've got 2 children, want to be able to put them in the back. And so I am thinking about that, purely because I love Defenders, as you know, and I could do a lot with it here on the channel. Good project car, but also from a value point of view, they're a great investment. They're a place you can put your money in a car where you don't lose it, at the moment at least anyway, if you buy at the right price. So I'm quite tempted with that, and that's kind of where I am at the moment with the Discovery situation. So let me know what you think. Is it possible to live with 2 Defenders as the only cars you drive? Let me know what you think in the comments below. But anyway, thanks for watching this little update video, and I'll see you guys soon in the next video.